It was against 10 star. It's not that kind of match that you're like, yeah, it's whomever we're going to. No. It was 10 star.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the best of one seeding games, and it was a rematch against 10 star as well. So being able to pull out those curveballs is good. Mimi on the Cypher is interesting. You see.
Yeah, I was a little worried because the Haunt didn't actually do as intended, so didn't quite sit well enough in line to be able to reveal anyone coming this way. But already noted now, Juliano going to find aNNja, so that's already the perfect start for Juliano here. And Kakuka rightly mentioning a lot of issues for Guild when it comes to these pistols. Something you'd love to see them adjust, maybe improve a little on, find some validity in, but as it stands, it's going par to course. Now down to 3, Claudia, Roxy, and Ness have to face the music, and Juliano just dancing on their grave. This is a start. You want her to be confident, and G2 absolutely are.
A little dangerous going 5B long versus flashes, and that's exactly where Mary is set up. Still with 2 flashes ready to go. She doesn't even need it. Just takes the peek with the Sheriff, and that could end up going into a teleport here. Guild are sort of stalling out with just 20 seconds left. They have to commit into the site.
Yeah, they've got to go. Even with the TP was taking, there's still 2 players towards A, and G2 with just a couple on towards the site is more than enough, but Mimi just farming. And this is devastating stuff. G2.
Pump they've got at their disposal, but if someone's going to do it, it's aNNja jumping forward towards U-Haul. Petra here, though, with the shots. And, well, if there's a 14th bolt there, aNNja gets the kill, but she can't quite have that with the Frenzy.
There it is. Claudia starting to farm it up. That's what you need to be seeing from Claudia. One of the players that can pop off, that can have that high potential impact. Same with Roxy, so a bit of a deadly duo remaining. And Claudia single-handedly making this possible, and the Seeker is perfectly positioned. And again, Claudia's going CTs. There is time on this one. Mimi now has a chance to maybe get this halfway if she can. Is there utility on Roxy? Yes, Molly there, but slowly trickling in. Mimi can at least get this to half.
Wow, she somehow finds Claudia coming around on the timing. No more cages. She has to fight her way out. Everything she has. Hasn't been able to get into showers. That's not good.
So much pressure on Petra here, though. The vast majority, the 3 players are coming up towards, short at this point. But again, the siege was perfect. The reposition even better. Juliano now gets time. But do they still have eyes towards shower? Glance is kind of tossed towards this. Her one duty is accomplished. She's done what she needed to. And G2 with all this different pressure. Look at the adjustment from Juliano as well. So even falling away from this would be potentially detrimental. Another smoke goes in, and Juliano's still going to claim a pick out of nowhere. Smurfette gone down, leaving it Roxy, Ness, and Claudia in control. Perfectly timed. The swing, not quite right for Juliano there, and Roxy and Ness putting in some work. Now, Glance still has the molly to play with, still has 1 smoke. You can hear the ult being invested as well from
Mary has the utility, but Glance back triple gets the first. Now Ness trapped in her own ultimate, has to recover the spike, but Glance is just doing circles around triple, even through the concuss. Ness finds the kill and the plant.
There we go. Got a little nervous. Now again, Mary, wonderful addition. This is when you'd be looking at Zaz feeling, of course, she'll clutch this out. Mary, not quite there yet. Ness.
Position the attackers can be, but it's quick. Showers control again, but this time pushing past the utility. That is not advisable, and that's the spike as well. Oh no.
Yeah, a little bit of a fumble here. Frustration now, I'm sure, finding out. Smurfette tries to close the gap. Petra, all too prepared. And the pinch comes in. G2 answer back in kind. And it's flawless again. The ult.
It could be absolutely insane. Off of a flash, waiting for the ult to come into the backside. But Mary is able to get one before falling. Mimi as well from inside tube finds that and the smoke on site. Now, how do you actually move forward if you're Guild?
Oh, this is rough. Mimi should be dead. She is. Nice work from Guild here, exploiting that little bit of an access point they found. Glance still somehow among the players here. I don't know how not been noted, but maybe the timing of Petra's ult coming in really kept her undetected. Already see the adjustment on the other side. You've got the double stack coming in towards Hookah. Mary this time on it. Mimi there as well, but aNNja outdoes both. That could be the start. That could be the gateway in towards the site at the very least, and she's at least making it back of sight. Juliano completely unawares of it. aNNja finally hitting a bit of form, a bit of streak here that she needed, because she was quiet at the start. So now we look at who's remaining. Glance and Petra.
Wow. Oh, well, aNNja gets 4 in that. Petra now a chance to show up big. 1v1 versus Ness, but no. Ever. Only 1 satchel actually get on site. No ult either, so just peering, trying to find some kind of shot. Quick trade over towards long, but Glance is good for a couple before the rest come in. Concuss is perfect. And Juliano a threat from backside.
They're both pretty cut up from each other, and the timing here is divine from Juliano. You can't get better than that, and I'm Pretty sure Ness's footsteps would have been heard, but yeah, Ness, surely not again. This gets trickier and trickier every time. Can't quite make it away from this, so we'll have to face the music somewhat, trying to buy a couple of imperative seconds. Dipping towards the back of the site will buy enough time at least to get out from the ult. So now looks towards finding Mary. Does do just that, but Mary adjusts.
Liability of that lockdown, but hey, last time it was Juliano getting the 3K on the pistol. They're gonna let her walk straight into Hook and try to replicate.
Roxy's in danger.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at the utility pour towards that. There was so much tailor-made straight towards taking Hookah control off the back of just the Boombot going in. Now, already a bit of a trade, though. Claudia not going to go down without a fight. So Mary's been eliminated. aNNja left on an island and somewhat isolated, leaving it towards Smurfette and Ness. Ness clutching up and Smurfette with the Headhunter. That's actually a pretty deadly combo. But Mimi's progress ender is ridiculous.
Ness, is she ready for it? She gets the timing. The shot's not quite there. She runs out of bullets. It was good earlier. Now there's just so many angles you have to work through. Know someone's in U-Haul, know someone showers and default, and there's just not enough. I was talking about the breach concussed from short into showers, just kind of botched on the movement, I think, from Juliano, slightly off, but hey, it doesn't matter because abilities in VALORANT, they're fragging. Juliano gets another, she has U-Haul control, the A site, just taken with one player, and the plant is free.
She has such brazen confidence in the way she plays, and you can see why. Again, going further, pushing CT, pressuring Gil.
On the other side,
How?
in round 3, how do you win this round?
don't.
It's just not possible.
You don't, Ender. It was all looking a little bit exciting to me. I was getting my hopes up, and there you were. Brim's got ult. And it was all shattered. Now, with the smoke's dissipating, does have to respect it a little bit. And you can see further utility. This is all precious seconds being purchased for G2 in this post plant. So by the time Guild finally have a go at this, it's already late in the day, and they have to get past the bodyguard, which is Juliano, and they do just that. Finally, a little bit of burst. Claudia, again, finding integral impact in this one. But they got to get to the spike. The flash is good, but the shot isn't from Mary. But that is where the buck should stop. Again, there's the ult coming in. Claudia now removed.
Molly.
And the Molly. That should hit any second. Actually, it doesn't. What the hell did the... Oh, the Molly finally came through this. And they could potentially double pump it. Yeah, they absolutely could if she decides to take the TP. But Roxy is trying to just change the outcome. Glance dips back in through CT, but Claudia, same again, just flanks on flanks on flanks. And Claudia finding 2 critical kills, denying the spike plant, leaving all to Mary in a 1v2. And wait, she's got 30 seconds.
This is not expected.
This is such a good position for Mary as well. She has such a favorable fight on the first, but she will have to let the raise go. Went for the spray, 3 bullets to play within the mag. And aNNja's sending it to at least half. She finally comes off the defuse, but did Mary hear the step? Not enough to not swing, and aNNja just about keeping Gil down. So they're willing to take the fight. They're starting to feel a little braver. They're starting to try and handle Juliano, who's gonna post it. It's Juliano, so you've got to expect these things. Roxy put herself in the corner, and now Ness is in danger as well. Has to quell that aggression for a moment because they're coming back over. They're all coming over this way, and this is going to get deadly. Juliano, the hero with the rifle, still standing.
What?
Still gets Smurfette. How did she just get Smurfette there?
Group up and make sure they can trade one another, and oh my god.
The death ball
They're
in
just
CT.
going CT.
Claudia, this is all on you. That's the first, needs 2 more here. Needs to play her life. Lovely flash. Glance looked so dead to rights.
C4 on breach. Can hit the spike from that elbow position. Concuss as well. Glance has a molly, but Glance is stuck backside, and there's no chance of a trade. Coming through from her. Look at the combo. Look at the combo.
She's accepted her fate. There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. G2, 13-6, the scoreline. Hero rifles with Juliano hit different out here.
Anything other than get that initial information. It's so pivotal to get this right on Guild, but you are attacking first. You've got to do better than you did on Band.
Yeah, and I've been told that this team, Guild.X, is not a team that builds Kakuka. You expect them to come out swinging for this one.
Be out on the sand for now.
They've at least got themselves potentially an isolated fight towards Petra, and if Petra can stay alive and play her life, they are in trouble. She's done well to buy a couple of seconds, but the rotation isn't going to bail them out. Mary goes down, and Guild slicing through the defending side. Juliano cleared, leaves it all down to Mimi. This is something to look at, and they've noticed her early. Great work from Rock.
Players stranded on site behind it, and now Glance, yeah, there's a couple of low HP members on the opposite side, but the crossfire with 2 players backside, brutal, and the instant headshot. Roxy says, definitely some options for her to get shut down later in the game.
They're liking this fake. I kind of like the concept of it. Needs that, gets it. Smurfette gets away with
wall, but this time not going for sand control. That's what G2 is expecting, and quickly trying to fight back into main. Get a shot through the smoke, why don't ya? But the site does belong towards Guild. They should be able to get this one down, but never are gonna have that safety of retreating into A main. They always have to be on guard for some players to be there, and they're sending both flashes into main to try and re-clear.
This is uphill now. We asked for a good bonus, and it looks like that's exactly what we're getting. Glance. Still good for one towards aNNja, and Petra did slip the site, but still, Claudia there with the Bulldog. Send a message through here. An early space. Caught 4-on-1 by Smurfette.
Quick ult from the breach too, and Smurfette trying to get out on towards site. The ult is perfect. The concussion allows Smurfette to get one, but Mimi is still alive on site, and the pressure from Sands is coming in. Great shots from Claudia, and the retake of Sands from Mary is perfect. 2 kills, and the spike retreats back into main.
And they're going to note this. They're going to for another option. At least they've got that safe plant down. Roxy ready for the fight as well. Looks for the swing. Doesn't win it though. Petra's got that down. Now it's Claudia. A 1v2 and truly a veteran in these situations. I like this. Trying to play with the timing and get the cross herself to try and punish them as they try and make it to the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Really hard to find the timing, but she gets it. The flash as well. Petra has to retreat. Back up towards tower. Nothing to work with now, and Mary's going to get it at least to half. Claudia feeling the time pressure, has to go for the swing now, and she gets it! Mary looking the other way. Very aware of the flank on the north side, both with the trip and the camera there. That Roxy spots that out, but Ness is positioned topside. Oh no, she's stuck here. How do you fight out of it? Nope, the ult is going to get the kill. Retake of Sands for Smurfette. Absolutely necessary she wins this out, but the Sheriff is just too good. Roxy in 1v3.
Ooh, 70 HP has to step forward. Almost snapped to the second, but Mary's still there, and
a timing, if you kill Roxy, could open up underpass for you to get a quick flank down south. That's a good shot from Petra, because it's a perfect ult. Mary had the rolling, or Petra had the rolling thunder there, but it gets shut down immediately. And now they have to work back into the ultimate, but a good shot from Mary. We'll find that one.
Well, you heard the drop, you still can't get the kill. Mary gonna quickly trade it out though, as aNNja tried to get out of there, and it's all on Ness. How much more can she do playing from tower? Does have the Viper's Pit to play around though. Invest the utility as she had it. Merely for a moment here. Denial, look at this. Stacked the utility up a little bit. Maybe could have tried to, I guess, balance that out a little better, but nothing can deny this diffuse. So Mimi just going to sit this, diffuses in, and the lovely combination of utility work to really deny Ness.
Versus 3. Still the money good for Guilds. They're buying into this one. They have major ultimates. They want to continue the fast hits, but I love the double hold. They're not going to be ready for Juliano.
Yeah, they have no idea. Juliano set up for success as well. Gets away with the life. Petra did go down, which is quite surprising, and Ness gets overwhelmed. Okay, it's not out of the woods just yet. A 3v2. Roxy going to invest the ult here, try and at least provide a little bit of information off the back. As Juliano does try and slip away. Play a little bit to safety here. Needs to slip back a little closer to the wall.
I don't think G2 know they have Spike.
I don't
They
think
literally
do
have
either.
Spike in spawn right now, but they aren't aware. On Spikes, they're reflanking through spawn to go arcade and pick up Spike. But now G2 are on the hunt because they have no idea. They think they're going for the plant on B. They
Puzzle of Guild.
Oh man, they bait out the ultimate. And there's 2 players pushing down. I mean, it's a Southside crunch this time around with Glance playing right behind her smoke down B main. This is so huge through it. It does get traded out, but Mary gets the player in arcade, and all of a sudden, just 2 players alive. And now the flank for Mimi is also coming in. They're completely trapped here in B main.
Oh, the shots are on the money though, Guild.
What?
Again, Claudia is just unstoppable at the moment, and it's all on Mimi. Quite quick to this position, though they may not predict it so early. They do. Claudia quick to check it, but does lose her life for it. And now Ness, is she prepared for the challenge? Yes, she is. Ness
in positions to fight, but with the speed at which G2, or Guild rather, are hitting, and the utility, it's been so hard for to find those angles. Look at that. The trades are perfect. Guild are just swinging around with 3 players. They've got control over.
We're going to try and do a little something, but they're not really going to find what it wanted. But Petra does. You know, at least open up the avenue back in.
That's necessary. She has to find something here. She has to put down Ness and stop that pit from being in play.
Okay, attention being drawn. Juliano set up for this. That's one with the trade. Ness, great consideration. The underhand flash will find no one. And Guild still sitting in this post plant comfortably. Mary, though, isolates aNNja. And maybe could get at least to half on this. The spam from Ness will eventually come out, and Mary's going to predict that. Let's wait for it. There it is. But Ness again.
Good agent aNNja. Working up the rope through the concuss. She has to find something. How do they keep getting away with it? Ness last round full concussed. aNNja here just weathering it and finding those kills. Insanity, but Juliano's not done just yet.
They need some more, though. It's the one ain't enough now. They've at least got the information on the player on the site. You can see the utility being cycled through to buy some time. Juliano trying to evade detection. Finds another. Roxy's gone. Needs more. Gets more. Juliano. Even after a quiet map by her. I can't stress it enough. They cannot get overwhelmed. They can't drop the ball. Pistol round, again, I'm going to say it's paramount. You can't avoid it. And so far, so good. Guild getting the job done. Now, Claudia already smart to it, quick to it too. I think Roxy just caught a glimpse of it. So now Claudia on red alert does get overwhelmed. And now Roxy in no man's land committing towards this is dangerous. But they turn their attention towards Smurfette.
Smurfette, not. This next timing could be everything for her.
It's perfect. She's punished Roxy, and now the utility in the right place. But can she get two of these players on the cross here? She's trying to get ahead of it. They're so aware of what she wanted. Okay. Dealt with towards Juliano. Waiting for the rest. I'm waiting for this to go wrong because it's 9-3 half. You know, Gilda looking confident. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna go wrong. But actually, it's going oh so right for them until Mimi and Glance do combine to do some damage here. Glance still doing everything she can, but now with two rifles.
Has to make noise dropping down, and then there's two players swinging, and you still expect someone to be on site itself.
It's 12. A sigh of relief.
And again, well, the spike is alone in A main. I do not understand what G2 are doing with these solo A main players. Important utility. It's not like a Cypher lurk or a Jet lurk or someone without meaningful utility for getting onto a site. It's the spike this time around. They're just running around the map seeing if they can find a fight, but I suppose Mary will trade that one back, and they're into sand now, but not going to be easy whatsoever to recover that.
No, it's not. Mary's still punishing here, but these two players, Roxy and aNNja, close it now. Can they shut the account down? Get this game over with. It looks like Roxy wants it done with. She wants to move on. Next map. Put it up. Mary down on 5 HP. This feels like a formality, and Guild finally breaking in. We're at a 1-1 series now. This is a best of 5 though, aNNja. So it's a marathon and not a sprint. We need to see this level performance going forward.
We get to see the 3 maps these teams always play from the
after them, and what I want to see is the response the Guild's going to have. Are they going to wait on the back? Are they literally just go for the plant and try to play for post plant? I love how, for example, aNNja was playing last time that they played, because she was just running on through mid, just using her utility for herself.
All the way into connector. That could be huge.
It absolutely could be if she hits the shot. Still going to get Juliano, but was instantaneously traded out. So not going to have the full effect they would have wanted, but it's enough that's really kind of kept them guessing. Petra was almost looking back towards B after all of this. Now Mary, big punish on Ness. Now we need to see the fight come back in, and they've got it. Pushing down towards Secret, taking pit control and taking Glance out of the equation does at least give this a favorable scenario towards Guild. Spike now down, they're in a 3v2.
The firing squad. Mary gets 3, and Ace could win the pistol, but just getting charged down now.
This is decent.
And the spike in it. It's the spike's in such a bad position for her. They line up for a second, but Claudia gets
motions. Prowler should reveal the presence towards double door. The other hand, Flash is really well positioned, and it's a comfortable clear towards Petra, and Juliano forced away from the angle.
Oh, it's perfect. The timing off of the Prowler as well. Glance does get one in mid, and now they actually, I believe, note the spike is up here. Or did they not see it again? It's actually dropped back behind window. Glance is getting 3 kills, 4 kills with the Bulldog.
Middle, not nice. Not, oh, Ness, no. Anywhere but mid, I promised. I dare you to go anywhere else. And yes, we'll find...
Very quickly attack and secure space. Instead, it's about slowly working their way up. So these good timings through mid can be very punishing. This round, though, just walking straight into the suction there. 2 kills, although Roxy...
Floor towards middle from G2, not going to happen. They're more stacked towards the cross coming out of ARP. Have Mary sat there and Mimi. And that's sharp. That's really sharp. Mary in a little bit of a... I mean, there's only 3 players going here, and G2 have really committed to pushing up this far. They need to get this kill dealt with because the flank's coming in right about now. Too late in the day, but the trade comes out for Petra, just about keeping this round together. That could have gone to absolute ruin. But now 3v3 rotations on that close by, so Petra left to her own devices. No bailout system there. Juliano caught on the flank. Claudia is on the day. We've got Mary kind of popping off. You've got Claudia hitting hard. And this, I could not imagine a better situation for it. But Mimi puts Claudia to bed, and it's a one.
Ground sees the rifle.
And she's got to know they didn't escape the site. This is such a big read from Mimi, and knows it so early that Ness is in this position, but Ness is so clutch. Can Mimi clear this corner cleanly? She absolutely can. Figures it out in the 1v2 with so little
Very claustrophobic on site right now, as you see two players trying to re-clear towards back hall, but Guild making the decision to play 4 off site. They have the mollies to play with. I do believe for the post. No, they actually don't. And they're losing control over backside. This is really bad with the wall coming up as well. G2 are fully in control of the site.
Yeah, they're going to need something that's going to set them through this. There has to be something to deny this. Mimi's on the defuse, and Smurfette goes for the knife to check the close wall. No one's there, but Juliano watching, overwhelmed in the end. Ness tries to go for it, but the defuse couldn't be denied in the end.
Into this B split, fighting into connector, but do have a flash in the hands of Claudia if they want to go for it. Juliano in a lot of trouble. Claudia's going to find that kill, and they know there's connector players, at least 2 of them. Smurfette gets the first kill. And some good zoning, but Petra's gonna have to find the right timing to stop the spike. Here she does. The spike is locked up, 25 seconds left.
And there's gonna be a late backfill to this as well. You got support on the way. And there's gonna be the shot from Mimi, still holding down the site itself. There are problems trying him out here. There's Glance making her name into the feed. Finding Claudia in now 13 seconds. They've just got to play to the clock. Roxy and Ness have their work cut out here. Spike now back in hand. Glance wants back in, and Ness with the punish. Now Petra gives away position.
Star on the ground as well, so if she tries to walk through, potential pull or concuss. I just can't see a way for Petra.
No, absolutely not.
So if Glance can get a kill, that could be huge.
Yeah, Petra has to pull away to a slightly deeper angle, but still plays it really nicely. Punishes Smurfette, and Mimi's here early enough to spot 2. The shot goes astray somehow. Looked on the money, but it certainly wasn't. And the push and the pull on the attention. Really nice synergy between G2 on the side, making it very difficult for Guild to find a fair fight, leaving Claudia in a 1v4. First, she might get, it's Mimi. The second she's got to know was Mary. Another player noted, but it's not enough.
Team sort of rotating into it, but this effectively locks Guild into an A hit.
And again, becoming a bigger nuisance now. Juliano starting to heat into this game. Mimi on the back of the site, not being forced away. Free fights for Mimi here. Not quite landing the shot she'd want, but plenty of bites of the cherry, and another missed, and now it's getting a little sloppy. There's Roxy and aNNja, the one standing. Claudia can be rezzed at this point. No quick threats to this, but the flank's coming in.
Maybe not aware. They knew all 3 had pushed B main, but now someone can come art. That's exactly what Glance is going to do. The smoke drops. Oh, Juliano.
Gun on the side, and 3 players to try and dissuade from this defuse, but it ain't gonna be stopping. aNNja has to face the music, and it's not playing her. It was far enough to clear Ness. I don't think it did at all. So Ness gonna get away with this position for a little bit longer. Smurfette's punished Mimi, so actually starting to dwindle in numbers now. Ness good for buying some time, and actually a couple of kills. Ness gonna find both players trying to push further forward, and Mary, the last one alive. Done. Dealt with. Guild.
Claudia still wants a little bit more. She snuck her way into flowers. So it's the double flank that's important, and this spawn push.
Ooh, Juliano clears Claudia. aNNja's timing's good, though. That's it from Guild. Big answers back all at the same time, leaving Juliano and Mimi, the last 2, to try and build any presence into this.
Oh, no. Juliano somehow finds the timing, dancing through the wall.
No, aNNja's got this. aNNja has absolutely got this. The lineup's still in play. Juliano's found another. Oh, God, surely.
So really trying to beat this, but it's a double stack with Juliano ready to swing off of that. And they're not going to be expecting that.
I hate this corner. I hate this corner so much. I hate it so much. Oh, I'm so glad that Roxy got the kill on it, but now it's down to the 1v1. Mimi, a quiet performance so far, and Ness absolutely clutching up. And keep your eyes on that bar, depleting swiftly. Half is achieved, and Mimi's in danger now. Ness again doesn't know how to lose, apparently.
Hopefully no one jumps and
Big
leaves their
input.
heads available this time around, but the wall has been broken.
The plants come in. Steez goes through. I don't think anyone there really to capitalize on it. Actually, maybe they could have over towards Pit for Mary Sharp. And it's a good trade for Ness, but quickly handled. So that's 1 rifle down for now. Not really recoverable, as the last 2 players will be coming in through from short. Juliano comfortable on the spray, and aNNja already noted earlier on. Should be found pretty swiftly here. And 4 standing. So would have been nice assisted, but between the smokes, it doesn't really affect them. It's going to be Roxy on the back of the site, and Mimi slip in the net, or at least try to. Claudia drags her back down to reality.
Backside completely deafened. Roxy has nothing but tries to fight back into Petra. Petra's still alive. And now getting the pinch down. aNNja finds a couple. It's just Juliano down towards long. Spike planted for her, but 4 players alive. Has to do something immaculate. Just not going to be the...
Love a bit of that. As it stands, though, G2 eyeing up the A side, but there's so many players here. 2 towards, well, 1 pit, 2 towards secret. And the problem is that actually aNNja's the one to get found, so Mary has a whole lot more to deal with. Smurfette's still here, but he's going to be put down, decayed down for a second or two. 0 availability to be able to call anything or hear anything as that C's came in. Now with the plant, they have a 3v2. Ness towards CT. They want to find Roxy as well, looking likely towards Arten. Absolutely is Petra. First one to it, and Roxy's gone. Apply pressure through middle, so the sites might be vulnerable, but what do they do now, G2? They decide they're going back in for the fight. They want more of this, and they're going to find more of it. Good spray from Juliano in the end. Does adjust well enough to take down Smurfette, but it's Ness holding down by the door, and Ness is...
round. So this wall, while yes, it blocks off any art play, it makes Guild fairly confident on the retake. No one can be art, so G2 are going to fight forward on the site, and I think that's the right decision, given the circumstance. But you have to get past Ness, and you just can't, but Glance gets both.
Players who can maybe do something about denying this. The Horn's timing is going to be lovely. Doesn't actually find other player, but it does reveal as soon as they had to shoot it. Ness tries to slip ahead of it, punished by Mimi, and now it's down to 3.
Nightfall catches 1, just 2 players. Bird waiting for the plant or the defuse, and the perfect crossfire to come.
Last player standing. Removed.
And it's going to be lights out. aNNja, 1 versus 3. 2 players to her right. No one swinging into her. The time working against her. aNNja gets 1, but it's just not meant to be. Glance is going to swing around from A main and secure Pearl for G2. Their defense was flawless. And yeah, they struggled a bit on attack, but G2...
to the Sova versus Fade. So many teams have moved off the Sova completely, apart from Petra and G2 Gozen. So yeah, she's looking in the Sova again. She did play Fade on Pearl, and for the most part, it seems to be looking pretty strong. But Smurfette there on...
I'm going to try and deny this rotation. Slowing the pace down a little. Glance by her side too. So this cross in mid could be a problem. The paranoia good for one, but not the others. There's still a fight to be had, and aNNja doing everything she can to keep this going in favor towards Guild. Now Glance in response though does quell that one threat that was building, which was her. A little bit of chip damage achieved.
Yes, and... oh, that's just ridiculous.
Yes. Petra is cooked. Okay, 1. Only going to be 1. Ness there.
Aggressively over mid, because that could be pretty bad if they get locked into these A commits a lot.
Something to keep in mind. So far, 1-for-1 trade. Guild should try and keep this as clean as possible. I'm a bit worried that they didn't note Glance.
Where's the team?
This looks disjointed, and
walking into tree trying to crunch down, a site player ruins that, and the spike is in absolute Narnia. Like, how do you get to the site? Mimi is able to re-clear down mid. Claudia has to be good for something here.
Well, sadly, that was dealt with very swiftly. And this is Guild now looking in danger. Ness would need a miracle, and it's not going to be happening. Mimi is there. Agility will slow this hit down somewhat, but it's this gap in the smoke. Could have been an issue. It's not.
Still Petra back site though, gets the shutdown on aNNja, but a couple players coming down lane. Completely trapped here, trying to find something. With a couple players swinging here, 7 bullets in the chamber. She's able to get the 1-for-1 before it goes down.
I don't know if that res is looking possible.
I don't think so.
No, Petra's punished it. Okay, so Roxy and Ness. How much can you do? Roxy, great play on 1, and Ness with the 2nd.
What?
And they've made this feasible. Glance now sweating bullets in a 1v2. First fight could have been fair, but now the swing from the 2nd makes it almost impossible. And Guild convert.
No one's on Bino. That's huge.
Yeah, and that shot's not going to find anyone. It's Smurfette to break through towards market. Lovely impact to take Petra out of the equation. Spike can be planted, as it will be now. And Smurfette may be going a little too deep there. Now, it does facilitate a trade, so it's not the end of the world. Allowing that crunch to come through.
The forward position here is insane from Guild. And the alarm bot to tell them that she's going to run all the way deep back into main here. That's crazy.
Okay, and again, there it is. Operator gone. Okay, Smurfette quickly towards middle. Dealt with
Oh, no, that's the
Juliano,
wrong
makes
way.
a bit of a mess of that. Head first. Gets punished by Ness.
I think this is great from Guild to work down mid, though. Your Guild have been going for these full site hits. Now with all the site full hit ults, they're working through mid instead. Very creative stuff from them.
An unfortunate bailout by Petra finding Ness there because they were building up through Cat so quickly. Glance looks dead, yeah, Glance is dead. This is Guild with some real potency to these hits, and Petra quickly to position, though, up towards Heaven. The plant gonna come in. Undisputed because of the ults, and Roxy sharp as ever. Guild 5.
Oh, PUBG
I know,
thing.
I
I think
know.
I get him out of the picture, all I'm saying.
Is Ness alive? Oh, Ness found a pocket to play in. That's devastating. I thought that, I genuinely thought that nade was good, and it's like locked down, so they could have done something about this, but she's still working through middle.
Guild said they wanted to tap into some of that aggression they love to play, and we're seeing it there. Good reflank by Mimi to clear out Tree, but now working at this 180 degrees. Can she pull it off? She can. The first kill is good.
She's got to find this final player, and Roxy 36 HP. Mimi's got a time limit on this, and it is dwindling. Doesn't see the player initially, but going to speed up the pace. She notes it, she gets it, and she's going to have the time for this as well.
Now following the blood trails on the ground, she has an opportunity now to find something. She has been noted, as has her teammate. Continuing the push there with aNNja all the way back towards spawn. They find two, and now the cross. Mimi deep in spawn finds the trades. That's going to open up options on the retake. 3-on-3 now, although no chance to get the resurrect on Mary. Roxy's positioning outside of Tree could be deadly, especially with the lockdown coming in. She has the chance to get a couple of kills and break that ability. Not over peeking, just deciding to break it and give up her position.
Player standing.
Oh, this is so
Now it all
good.
comes down to Mimi.
Yeah, this is perfect work from Guild. I'm loving the adjustments again. Roxy just waiting late on.
Killjoy utility and double up over by Tree Room as well. And Juliano's rifle.
And yeah, the ult gets popped by aNNja, but there's still
no.
utility on the ground. They're still going to get a bit of chip damage, but they're in on the site. So it's Ness to succeed towards
How is
Tree.
Ness there?
I don't
Just
know.
ulted in?
Just straight up, Mimi's dead. Oh, the follow up! Mary's got Ness has seen so little, but succeeds in so many ways. 9-3
What?
on the half. See, Unrelenting wants to keep that pressure up over towards that Tree side, and the late luck coming in now. Let's see what impact it has. It's Ness on the other side, which is the worrying part. Ness has been solid. This time Glance gets it, but the trade's there quickly for Roxy.
And Mimi all the way around. It's two lurks in two different positions. How do you expect this? It's not possible. It might not be in time. Juliano has to get a second one here, but she falls. Now Mimi stuck up in heaven. 1 versus 2. She has to drop or hold on. She has the molly.
She does, but she doesn't have the time for it. Smurfette sticks it. And that's going to get them to 10.
They're still moving forward here.
Certainly are. Powering in. Tommy dealt with Roxy all alone. How much value can Roxy find from this? Gonna know it's a force now. Gonna spot the Spectre. Gonna take it out of Juliano's hands. Quick trade though. Petra. Gonna at least allow for the plant. Oh, and yeah.
Huge.
Massive impact.
Leaving that player to lurk so late into the round. They also have Mary hiding out in market. That's insane. Mimi gets that kill. It's a good shot from Smurfette to clear away market. But now 3-on-2, you have to worry about Mimi's reposition back into B main. Sure, she's on 0 HP, but just that angle could be enough to win you the round. Claudia now gets traded immediately, and it's Smurfette on site to try and win this round. Petra is able to secure it.
Heavy hitters here. Playing towards Dice. And Juliano's in. Straight away. Looking for a way forward. Where's the second string to this? Where's the next layer? Already, it's going to be the fight on the side, and actually, Juliano wins it. Roxy swiftly through, though.
Roxy!
2 and a third. Roxy destroying G2. Juliano still on a tear, though. It ain't done just yet.
And now a chance to spot Juliano peeking out from heaven. Has the head angle, but Juliano gets it. It's all Ness. All Ness all the time. She's been so good at the 1v2 for now. She has to hold on. And she does it. She gets the first. Spots Juliano. Gets her dropping out of heaven. Fools and a couple SMGs or no armor purchases. What a decision, though. Look at Juliano just solely clearing through into A main. Spike's still back in spawn, so G2 not committed into this A site at all, and they might have to be. Roxy and Ness somehow passing off the one-way. It was a temporary one-way that missed and fell down, but now Juliano still attacking into the site, gets the first, and is quickly shut down. Aware of what's going on. The Molotov misses. It bounces down onto site. The Seize is in with 7 seconds left. Mimi has to commit into the plant, but it's a 1v4 now.
Mimi
It's
knows
just not
she's in
gonna
danger.
happen.
No, not a shot at it. Claudia is there and get towards that B side with 3 players on it now. Petra quick to it, and Smurfette all too aware now. It's the one way up. aNNja just destroys Juliano. It's Petra with 1, but it's only gonna be 1. As Glance and Mary once again so disconnected from this. The double stack on short still stands. It's the dastardly duo. Only good for 1, but it's Roxy on the trade. And this is the
It comes in, Guild very much aware. The decision has to be an aggressive one. It has to be to push forward and find a fight before there's an opportunity to be traded. Gets the damage down onto Claudia, but now everything is coming at her.
She's noted all 3 players. The decay's in effect, but she can try and back away, try and find a new angle to play from. The underhand flash. Does it catch? It does!
She got it!
Mary's still alive! And a 1v1 begins. Claudia down low on HP, 22 to be precise, but it's still Claudia. One of the best
She did it!
players! Gets bested by Mary, the young. The hit. The Guild needs to get a wiggle on now. Trying to combine utility towards stairs. Finds nothing for it. Stacked towards the site. It's all coming in now. There's that lockdown invested. There's put a time limit on this now. They have to get a move on.
Mary
again! Just
Oh!
name up in light. She can't pressure. It buys time for rotation. And here's the flank. Claudia with that rifle. Just eyes them up. It's 1 and it's not going to be any more. A quick trade out. Operated out. Online. Ready to be in full effect. Smurfette.
And the
pulls
spike!
away.
The spike down in Rosa. Glance teleports over to recover it, and somehow just obscene that she's able to find that kill. Still Ness on Catwalk. She's been so good today, but the timing is good. Just 12 seconds, and they must get past this operator. There's a TP in. It's over. It's over. The game is over. There's no
They
time.
can't do it anymore. Try as they might, it matters not. Guild finally breaking back in against G2. We are going the distance. Truly deserving. Guild worked damn hard on that. That was the map of their life, and now
G2 is going to make the same mistake again, is that it took them 9 rounds to put a timeout after getting pistol, actually them being the ones not converting and getting 2 rounds in about 10 rounds in total. So, you know, now it's the moment to slow down a little.
This Viper Wall does have a few more seconds left to buy some time. Allow them to gather themselves, and it's possible that Roxy goes for a late reflank down to 2, but it's going to be very late. The retake's already in progress.
certainly is. aNNja doing absolute wonders here. 3 kills. And now Mimi all alone. 3 players to find, and you're getting another man.
Wow.
Big impact coming through. And notes Roxy, but doesn't actually fall off this. And yeah, I think Roxy caught off a little bit by that, expecting them to fall away. Glance still up here. What? How is Glance getting away with this?
She's up there, guys. I don't know. You would have heard the drop in this bonus round, and the flanks have already come in as well. So they are trapped in on this A site with the shock darts coming in as well.
You do want to keep 5 standing, though. That is obviously not possible anymore. 4, not bad. Clean enough. They knew they had to stay. Utility in the way, though. aNNja's got to be really careful about this. But that's good work from Smurfette. Crowbar opening the site towards Petra. Good trade for Mimi. They still have site control, though. This is not one just yet. And bear in mind, you probably noticed it in the background. Juliano did, I believe, invest the knives. Now, at this point, gets herself a rifle. Mary gets removed, and Guild tempering the pace a little bit here and then readdressing the site. Juliano is in danger, will be forced to swing. Doesn't actually go down on the first try, but the second's good enough for it. And Glance now, already noted. And yes, Claudia low, Smurfette low, but they should be fine. Plenty of players in Guild carrying on.
If they can actually get this spike down, still have the wall and the Viper's pit for the plant, but aNNja's going up and over, down and around. What is happening? Glance shoots her in the back of the head. I loved the enthusiasm from
Oh, the luck from
Every
Roxy is
time.
filthy. It's just rinse and repeat, but it works wonderfully. Mimi from up above. Won't note the player down below. Yeah, they're struggling here, and Roxy's flank works out well. And it's going to be just Mimi on the rope, left out to dry. And Guild
is going to be a late round option for Ness again.
on the timing on this L drone. It's a nightmare for them and a dream for Claudia. Cracks open the site, 2 entries, perfect timing, and G2 are in tatters. They have not got an answer. They timed out for this round. And it's all coming up Guild here. Looking like 7, could be inevitable. Big impact from Mimi, though. Gonna find Roxy. It's all very cognizant of the flank, but with their own clear to through middle with Juliano. They should be on the money with this, but not going to hit the shot. Ness outdoes Juliano, and they're now down to 2. Mimi and Mary have no say in the matter. This is just an absolute shutdown and a shutout.
Late, these lurks have actually been coming in. It's not one player camping there and then activating late. It is a player that hit the site and is reflanking later on. It's a perfect position when the wall falls down for Claudia to get a kill, and she is pushing forward. The aggression is insane.
Oh, they're feeling themselves. The confidence is just bubbling up. Perfect. Glan still trying to put up a fight, but they still have ults to depend upon, and they still have Roxy. 2 kills. Glance and Juliano down. Trade comes in. It's all going their way now.
It's a Viper they have to work through. Glance. It's been such an effective anchor for G2. She has to win this to give them a chance going into the next half. She's good for 1, but falling down, it's a couple of kills traded back for Guild. The Roxy lurks are unstoppable, but it's Mary to shut down this site hit.
Still 3 standing. That goes in. Not seeing that being denied. It's a fake. Second bite of the cherry, but Roxy still waiting. Outdone. Petra gets it dead, and now it's down to 2. Claudia still alive.
4v2. Huge resurrection coming in. No threat of a flank. There's still a Sova ultimate, but they can force the plant to come in very quickly, giving a fight over. It's traded out onto Ness. 3 versus 1. Claudia's good for the first, but Mimi trades it on through.
This is precarious stuff for Mary. Wall invested now. Couple of shots coming through. Claudia will be forced away slightly. Is the plant going to be safe? No,
wait, they're going over.
Wall. The counter wall up. Anya with the challenge, and Guild just flooding the site, pouring on in and destroying G2. It's 11 for Guild.
And yet, G2 going to be hard to force their way in here. The wall already being broken down, and Juliano feeling the pressure. She has to be the hero for her team. Who expects a lurk like this? Certainly not Guild. She's going to wait. She sees 1, she sees 2. That is the opening G2 desperately required.
A little bit of light in the dark. And that is gorgeous.
Is she? She's the one been entering for them.
Do they check this corner? It's brazen.
I think so. I think so.
Absolutely do. Juliano, the checklist is pretty well constructed, even drawing the attention from Claudia. Should set up for the trade. It does. Mimi's there. Lovely work towards the site. Nice synergy again. This is something that we credited G2 before, and something else that we credit is Roxy always being a danger. Gonna find 2. Make this maybe possible. Ness and aNNja now with a real shot at
just a little bit as that wall gets broken. No player on rafters to threaten her from above, but aNNja has to come around this corner. Has to clear this green box. Not the most simple thing to do, and Mimi's gonna find that. Ness trades it out. It's a 1-on-1, and Glance barely fast. Already 3
Roxy.
players B, 1 in mid. Roxy could cut them off underneath tube if that's where they go. The smoke is down. They don't have that for 8 seconds, but she gets a little over eager, and Mimi is holding the angle. It's an A split. No, it's not even an A split. They're just going 5 through mid into A. 1 lurk with Juliano.
It's on
But
aNNja.
are they prepared for aNNja all the way back in Nest?
Ult's come in. Claudia's posting it. That should be a player dead. No, Mimi's killing aNNja. How has G2 pulled this off here? Juliano just kind of chipping away at them. Claudia wants to bite, but Juliano bites back, and Smurfette now would love to keep this operator, but it looks like that doesn't feel like a chance that she's going to be given. So much attention put her way, and G2 with the mid-rounding looking solid as a rock here. And now the alarm bells start to ring. This is
1 minute 5 seconds Sage Wall. Look at that. A main. Right on top. I've never seen anything like that, but it's gonna last for forever, and they're forced into the meat grinder. Ness is here for 2 kills. She's been so good for Guild for so long, and the spike is locked down.
okay. This is Petra needs to pull attention and allow Mimi the biggest flank of her life. Petra would love a kill here, but that's good. But there it is. Mimi got found. This is going to be 12 for sure. 5 standing for Guild as well. They got put under pressure, and they've come up with the goods they needed. It's down, and they work early towards the wall.
G2 positioned pretty forward on site. Look where Mary is. Needs the break from Juliano. I love the position. Top 410. The kills are starting to rain in. G2, they're happening, and the lineups are here as well. Smurfette the up to retake. It's not gonna happen.
That's the first team coming out of EMEA. However, Smurfette, I don't know if this mid position got considered last time around. And this position from Mimi, well, this might pay dividends. Maybe not. The timing good for Roxy. Takes a little bit of damage on the way back through, but there's 2 players pushed up here. It's not just Roxy alone. Ness is here as well. Can Ness bail her out from this? Roxy is going to be forced to fight. Takes one with her, takes down Mary. Ness is a second. It's all coming up for Guild. Ness instantly invests the ult as well. She wants this one wrapped up, put a fork in it.
Don't have a Sage wall. They just have to plant this for free, and they're contacting and they have no time.
Too little time, too few chances. 9 seconds now. The clock is their biggest enemy. Trying to get the plant through. It's a 1-for-1 trade. 5 seconds. I think it's all over.
There's no time!
Plants can do nothing about it. The plant's not going to happen. And Guild steal the crown from the queens of EMEA Valorant, picking up Game Changers Series 3 when it mattered most, aNNja. They finally do it.